Dennis, result in the FA Trophy, Billericay 2, St Neots Town 0. I don't think it was true reflection on the game. What do you think?
Well, the game I watched, definitely not. I mean, the game Billericay watched, I mean, it was incredible what they put as their report. But, you know, on the night, or on the day, I thought we got drawn into their game and we had a battle first half and come out second best. But second half, we reminded the players what we're meant to be doing, and they passed the ball well second half. And, you know, Billericay weren't really in the game at all second half, even when we was down to 10 men and they had 11. We created various opportunities. All right, fair play, we didn't hit the target with some of the opportunities, but we created quite a few. And I thought the referee on the night had 3 major decisions to make, and he never gave us one of them. If he gives us one and we get one of the 2 penalties, we're right in the game, and then the letter of the law is a sending off. I felt if we're getting both, it's 2 penalties, 2 send-offs. But that's football. We never got decisions in our favour. But I walked away proud of the lads on our second half performance and warranted something out of the game, you know, a replay at least. But because if I count the chances Billericay had, apart from the 2 they scored, I think Doug only had 1 save to make. So to go away from home to a team top of their league, the physical size of their team and the pressure they put you under, I thought we'd done really well. Yeah, well, we went to see them a few days before and we had to work out how to beat them, and it was getting it wide, keeping it on the floor, which we basically failed to do first half. Second half we came out and done it, but even then we should have had a penalty when Steph walked down. I think it was 0-0, might be 1-0, but I'm not sure what it was. But and then in the second half I was right behind the goal when Dan got cleaned out, but he didn't give it because he would have had to send the goalkeeper off. And that was a big decision for him to make, but he should have made the right decision. And I think that's a lot of the problem. I was speaking to Gary before we played tonight. The problem with this new law is if it's deemed a goal-scoring opportunity, it gets sent off. It makes it so much harder for the referees. If it's just a penalty and no sending off, the referees will give more of them than not give them. But when you're away from home, 20 minutes into a game, and he's got a decision to make where if I give this penalty, I've got to send him off. He's then got the home crowd on his back for the rest of the game. It's a lot harder to give it. I think the law where you've got to send people off, deny a goal-scoring opportunity like that, I think should be changed and back to just giving a penalty and the lad stays on the field. And I think then more of them decisions will be given. Well, if we can take, you know, the good performance in the second half, take it forward. Hunt Senior Cup, St Neots Town 3, Huntingdon Town 1. We just said a bit of stroll in the park, but it was a good workout. We did have 5 players who were all youth team except Jordan in the back 4. Yeah. Back 5, sorry. So that wasn't bad, was it? So take us through the first half on that and second half. Yeah, we never really done too well in the first half, although we had various opportunities. But they've got themselves 1-0 in front, and it was a bit of a battle, and it was nice and competitive. But when we actually got the ball moving, you know, for the whole of the second half, then it did work out to be a bit of a canter. You know, Pearson out wide right was running the left back ragged. You know, good movement from Dan and Steph, and Dan kept getting in wide. Lewis Hilliard got on top of his game second half and was spraying the ball pinpoint from one side to the other. And second half we done really well and had various opportunities, but you know, 3-1 was at least a fair reflection of the game, but it could have been quite a bit more. But the positives tonight is these 2 cups, the Huntingdon and the Inchbrook, is about bleeding players in. And, you know, we had a new debut of young Jamie tonight at left back when he's a right back. I thought done exceptionally well. Max Avery's obviously done very well at right back. We've got 2 19-year-old centre halves. Got Shay coming on second half, who's 17 from the youth team. So, you know, we're putting a lot of youngsters out there on show tonight and they'll learn from it. Yeah, it's good, and they're coming along great, aren't they? And we've still got Ollie to come into the mix on that, and that's got a lot of youngsters coming through. So, good result, no injuries, is there? I saw Chris pull up a little bit. Is he okay? Yeah, Chris, I think it was more tiredness because, you know, he hasn't played too much football, so I think it was more a little bit of cramp. But yeah, I mean, if you have a look at it, I mean, probably started the game with only 4 first-team players on show, regular first-team players, because obviously Sears is out, Hopey was out, Tolly was out, obviously Junior's not here at the moment, so we're a bit stretched, but we brought the youth team in and we had a nice size squad. Yeah, it was good. Now let's move on to the big one on Saturday against Slough. It is a big game for us and I don't see any reason why we shouldn't win. But let's first go through with injuries. We got Searsy with a hamstring pull and Hopey with another knock. Same leg, was it? Yeah, Hopey's got a reoccurrence of the injury before, so we just got to hope he recovers. Searsy I don't think will recover. Junior obviously won't be here, but we'll have Tolly back for sure, so that's nice because he'll be nice and fresh and nice and keen. You know what Tolly's like, so he'll be fine. But you know, we've got a decent enough squad, Mike, as you know, so we're going to the game with a strong enough side to go there and go and get a result. You know, we don't go into any game to get a draw away from home. We go to every game trying to win it. So we're going there and we're picking a positive team to try and win the game. Yeah,
and hopefully now, contrary to what we put in the programme tonight, we've had a review with Rene, have we? Had long chats with him, and you've had a chat with the Kettering manager, and it looks like we're going to keep him for a little while, are we?
Yeah, I mean, the bottom line was Hayes and Yedding wanted to sign him. He was initially going to go to Hayes and Yedding, and we agreed that we'd let him go after a fortnight once we had time to find a left back. But in between times, Kettering showed an interest. Rene now wants to join Kettering. Kettering can't take him until January. He's contracted here till January, so Rene's decided that he'd rather stay at St Neots than go to Hayes and Yedding, and he'll wait and go to Kettering in January. So that's fantastic news for the club.
Yeah, that is brilliant news because he's an exceptional left back, a very good player. The only thing we'll have to pull in on that is when he gets his suspension. Was it 2 yellow cards he got? So that's one game.
He's got one game. He misses a Chertsey game on the 19th, so it's only one match.
Oh, that's good then. Okay, so Saturday we're playing Slough. We want a good support. I think the coach is filling up fast, as many as we can get there. I think we're going to have to play catch up with them because last I heard tonight, because we kicked off early tonight, is they were 1-0 up at Hayes. So that's going to be 5 points.
That'll be 7 points in front of us. But so if we win on the day, then that'll only be 4 points in front, and we'll have two games
in hand. And that's what we're looking for, isn't it?
Yeah. So for us, we certainly can't afford to lose. So you know, if it's a draw away from home, you'll take that because at the end of the day, it's still 7 points. We've got 2 games in hand, so we'll still go to a point within them. We've got them to play at home. So you know, we want to win the game, but we've got to make sure we don't lose it. That's for sure.
Well, I don't think we will, and I think we'll show our true colours on Saturday, and we'll perform the way we feel we can perform. I'm totally convinced of that, just like we did last year when we really had to do it.
Yeah, I mean, this is the game of the season, which is like the Kings Lynn from last year. The players know the size of the task ahead and the enormity of the game, so I'm sure they'll be all fired up for it, and I'm sure we'll get a good performance out of it.
No doubt that we'll have the interview on Saturday from a victory. Anyway, I hope so.
You do like to put a bit of pressure on Mike, don't you?
Absolutely, yeah. That's what we're here for.
No worries.
Mate. Cheers, thanks.